Hi, Steve.
Hi, Penny.
Really excited about our Netflix and nibbles, as we're calling it, our tasting next week to combine nibbles, snacks that we have when we're binge watching these days, with the appropriate wine. What about chip and dip?
What's chip and dip, Penny?
What's chip and dip?
Yeah.
Tortilla chips and salsa, or tortilla chips and hummus, or tortilla chips and what a little friend of mine calls pink dip,
Oh,
taramasalata.
right. Oh, I've never heard it called chip and dip.
Well, there you go.
Well, you've got a couple of different things going on here. Normally, if you get those sort of triangular shaped ones, they tend to be a little bit salty, and therefore
Yeah.
you want to stick with something quite dry. We talked before about salted popcorn, so I'm thinking Sauvignon Blanc, Picpoul de Pinet, White Rioja, any of these styles of things. However, you mentioned dip, and this is where the complication comes in your
Is
palate.
it like?
If you're having a tomato-based dip, like a salsa or something like that,
Yeah.
same thing applies. That you've got acidity in the tomato, and therefore you want something a bit more acidic. Maybe even an Italian red would be quite nice with something like that, because that works beautifully. If you
Like a
were having,
Chianti or something like that.
yeah, a Chianti would be perfect. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
If you were having guacamole or something like that, which is really creamy, you want something a lot more luscious and rich. So I would probably be going for an oaked Chardonnay here, perhaps something rather nice from Australia or
South Africa?
from where? Sorry,
South Africa?
South Africa. Yeah, there's some great ones in South Africa, so that would be really nice. But so in this case, the dip would be more important than what you're dipping into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, they should all be homemade, of course, not those things that you buy
Oh,
in a jar.
absolutely.
Yeah.
However, if you did happen to find yourself having some sour cream and chive, which is a popular flavour, so I've heard, I would tend to go for a white with a little more body here. If you've never tried white Chateauneuf de Pape, there's a thing to try, or
Gosh,
a
I
good
don't,
Viognier.
I don't think many people know there is white Chateauneuf du Pape. So there you go. That's something we've learnt today. Brilliant.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to hearing some other tips next week, Steve. So see you then.
See you, Penny. 2:20.